The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's secret exposed. Finn caught between medicine and marriage. Steffi faces impossible choice as the Spencer-Forrester alliance teeters this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. The entire fabric of the Forrester-Spencer dynamic begins to unravel as a secret long buried suddenly surfaces. One with the potential to destroy loyalties, shatter trust, and upend lives. Dr. John Finnegan, the man often caught in the middle of family chaos, uncovers a piece of information so explosive that it puts his career, his marriage, and his future on a collision course with fate. The target? Luna Nozawa. It starts in Finn's office, where an unexpected piece of medical data crosses his desk. At first, it's routine. A file, a test, a small anomaly flagged in Luna's previous hospital records. But when Finn follows the trail, the truth begins to unfold. And it's nothing short of earth-shattering. The file contains sealed medical history attached to a confidential trauma case from years ago. One that directly links Luna to a mystery figure who once took a bullet protecting Steffi Forrester. During one of the darkest chapters of her life, Finn, compelled by both his medical ethics and personal curiosity, digs deeper. What he finds changes everything. Luna is not just who she claims to be. Her connection to the Forrester-Spencer family goes beyond the scandal of her pregnancy. Beyond the damage to Will Spencer and Electra Forrester. Luna's biological ties may link her to a key figure once believed dead. Someone whose sacrifice helped save Steffi's life, and who may have never been properly identified or mourned. The implication? Luna may be the daughter of that protector. Or worse, she may have been part of a covert cover-up that reopens wounds everyone thought had healed. Finn's professional boundaries blur as he realizes the woman he thought was just another Forrester intern could hold answers to a buried chapter of Steffi's past. One that Ridge, Bill, and even Brooke work to keep hidden. This secret, if it comes to light, threatens to ignite war within the family, especially if Luna's presence was part of a long game to reintegrate someone from the outside into the family's inner circle. But the real dilemma? Steffi already suspects something's wrong. At home, Steffi feels the tension building. She sees Finn's distracted demeanor, the distance in his voice, the late nights at the hospital. She pushes for answers, but Finn, still trying to verify the details, keeps her at arm's length. That only fuels her fear. Ever since Luna came into the picture, Steffi's instincts have screamed danger. Not just because of Luna's connection to the Spencers, but because of the subtle ways she's embedded herself into the family. Liam Spencer, still reeling from the paternity scandal involving Luna and his brother Will, is caught in the crossfire. The Spencers are imploding. Electra wants Luna gone. Will is spiraling. And now Steffi has to make a choice. Stand by Luna and try to keep the family intact, or cut her out before more damage is done. But with Finn holding the medical piece that could reveal the truth behind Luna's lineage and potential motives, Steffi's position becomes more complicated. She doesn't just have to consider her family name anymore. She has to think about her marriage. Then, the breaking point. Finn reveals everything to Steffi. The test, the history, the possibility that Luna is connected to the man who once took a bullet for her. A man who, according to sealed files, may have been on assignment from an undisclosed family with deep ties to the Forresters and Spencers. A man whose death was ruled accidental, but who now appears to be a central figure in a plot buried beneath years of silence. Steffi is shaken. The past she tried to move on from has returned. Not as a memory, but as a bloodline standing in front of her. Luna may not even know the full truth herself, but her very presence is now a threat. Not just to the Forresters. Not just to the Spencers, but to the future Steffi has fought to build with Finn. And Finn? He's caught between his duty as a doctor, sworn to protect lives and uphold confidentiality, and his role as Steffi's husband, now holding a truth that could either protect her or break her. The pressure mounts. Ridge and Bill are brought in. They want to know everything. Who was this mystery protector? Why was it hidden? And what does it mean for the Spencer line if Luna is tied to a rival legacy? Finn shares what he can, but some of the information is still incomplete. There are too many redactions, too many gaps, and too many people with motives to keep the truth from ever seeing the light. Steffi breaks down in private. She looks at Luna, once a troubled young woman in a scandal, now potentially a ticking time bomb. But Steffi doesn't hate her. She wants to protect her. She even pities her, but the truth is too dangerous. The optics are too complicated, and the family can't afford another explosion. Steffi tells Finn she's thinking of sending Luna away. Quietly, respectfully, maybe a job offer overseas. A new position at International. Somewhere out of reach and out of danger. Finn doesn't agree, but he doesn't argue either. He knows the stakes. But as the plan is set in motion, Luna walks in on a conversation she was never meant to hear. Her name, her past, her connection to a man she never knew. Shocked and betrayed, Luna confronts Finn and Steffi. She demands answers. She insists on knowing the truth about her origins, who this man was, and why it matters now. But the confrontation spirals. Emotions explode, and what was once a quiet plan to move her away becomes a public disaster. Brooke, Ridge, Bill, Liam, and even Hope are pulled in. The family fractures again. Trust is gone. Luna refuses to leave. She insists she belongs. And now, with her pregnancy progressing and her ties to the Spencer bloodline confirmed, she makes one thing clear. I'm not going anywhere. This family is mine too. Steffi, devastated, realizes the price of the truth. Her marriage is strained. Her family is divided. And the line between enemy and blood has never been thinner. Finn, emotionally torn, tries to hold everything together. He still loves Steffi. He still believes in their future. But he also sees Luna, not as a threat anymore, but as someone lost, caught in a legacy she didn't ask for. As the week ends, the family stands divided in the Forrester mansion. Luna's name hangs heavy in every conversation. The protector's identity is still partially hidden, but the truth is coming. And when it does, it won't just answer questions. It will rewrite history. This is The Bold and the Beautiful. And for the Forresters, the Spencers, and Luna Nozawa, the real drama is just beginning. The Bold and the Beautiful, DNA bombshell. Will may not be the father. Spencer Forrester Logan families brace for a shocking turn and a stunning twist that's about to shake the very foundation of every major family in The Bold and the Beautiful. The paternity test that identified Will Spencer as the father of Luna Nozawa's child is now under serious scrutiny. What began as a scandal already too heavy for the Spencers to bear is spiraling into a full-blown medical conspiracy with legal, emotional, and reputational stakes that could destroy lives, relationships, and long-standing alliances across the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer dynasties. The shock starts with a routine post-lab review. A highly respected independent expert, brought in for procedural oversight, flags irregularities in the original DNA sample used to establish Will's paternity. The discrepancy isn't minor, it's technical, it's buried, but it's real. Specifically, the expert identifies signs of external contamination or sample manipulation, anomalies in the control markers that suggest the test may have been compromised at the molecular level. This expert, having no stake in the drama surrounding Luna's pregnancy, sounds the alarm. A deeper investigation is launched. And that's when things go from suspicious to explosive. Records show that shortly before her official paternity test, Luna visited a discreet private clinic, one not widely known, operating just on the edge of Beverly Hills. A quiet facility, barely traceable in insurance claims, specializing in unorthodox treatments and non-traditional care. But it's not the clinic itself that raises eyebrows. It's the name on the employee roster during the short window Luna visited. Sheila Carter, though she was only listed briefly, working as a contractor on a temporary assignment during her brief estrangement from Deacon. Her presence at the facility is now at the center of a firestorm. Sheila's history with deception, manipulation, and medical fraud is well documented. The revelation that Luna was in a facility where Sheila had access to patient records, testing equipment, and sample logistics is enough to send every family involved into panic mode. The speculation turns instantly into a wildfire. Was the sample switched? Was Luna's test tampered with under Sheila's influence? Was Will's DNA inserted to push a false narrative? And most chilling of all, if Will isn't the father, then who is? The press gets wind of the scandal. So do the courts. The Spencer legal team, backed by Bill Spencer, demands a new paternity test under court-ordered supervision. For the first time in The Bold and the Beautiful's storied history, a judge issues a direct injunction. All future DNA analysis related to Luna's pregnancy must occur in a neutral facility with third-party oversight. Chain of custody protocols are reinforced. Every technician vetted. Every sample tracked with full transparency. Back at Forrester Creations, Electra Forrester is losing control. Her world, once momentarily secured by Luna's disgrace and Will's public shame, is unraveling. She hears whispers. She knows what's coming. Because there's something she hasn't told anyone, there was someone else at that party. Someone who slipped under the radar. Someone Luna had contact with. Someone Electra deliberately omitted from every account, every confrontation, every retelling of that night. Because if this second man is the real father, Electra loses every advantage. And she knows it. As pressure mounts, Electra becomes visibly nervous. Her conversations with Will grow strained. Her presence at meetings becomes erratic. She begins dodging questions from Ridge, from Steffi, from Brooke. Even Liam Spencer begins to sense something deeper is at play. The entire family wants answers. But Elektra keeps dodging, spinning the narrative, insisting this is just another attack on her relationship and family. But it's not working anymore. People are beginning to see through her. Then comes the second test. Rushed, scrutinized, secured under legal oversight. The result? Will Spencer is not the father. The new test is definitive. Irrefutable. The control sample confirms authenticity. No tampering. No questions. Luna's child belongs to someone else. And the fall from grace for everyone involved is immediate and brutal. Bill Spencer is livid. His son's name has been dragged through the mud. His family's reputation has been weaponized. Elektra's lies, once whispered in corners, now echo through the halls of Forrester and Spencer offices alike. But above all, Will is destroyed. He trusted the original results. He tried to prepare himself to be a father. He let himself feel connection, responsibility, maybe even hope. Now it was all built on a lie. Luna is stunned. She believed the original test. She was told Will was the father. Now everything is upside down. Her pregnancy, once a source of personal shame and confusion, is now a public scandal with a missing piece at its center. A piece that Elektra has been guarding with everything she has. The families demand answers. And finally, backed into a corner with nowhere to hide, Elektra confesses. There was another man at the party. A cousin of Liam, an extended Spencer relative who had flown in from out of state. A man who wasn't even supposed to be at the event, but who ended up in the same guest house Luna stumbled into during the confusion. A man Elektra intentionally failed to mention because if Luna had slept with him instead of Will, Elektra wouldn't have had the power she thought she had. The fallout is immediate. The Spencer family launches an internal search for the mystery cousin. The Forresters demand Elektra step down from her current contracts. Ridge is furious. Brooke is stunned. Steffi is caught between empathy and rage. And Hope, watching her family once again be torn apart by lies, wants Luna held accountable. Luna, for her part, is a wreck. She never intended this. She believed the test. She believed Will was the father. Now she's left with a child on the way, a family that's turned on her, and a reputation under siege. Even Lee Finnegan, who once risked everything for Luna, now questions whether her niece truly deserves any more second chances. And then there's Finn. As a doctor, he tries to stay detached. But as Luna's possible cousin by marriage, and as the man who found the sample irregularities in the first place, he's emotionally tied to every thread. His marriage to Steffi, already rocked by Luna's involvement in the family, is once again strained. Steffi wants Luna gone. Finn wants the truth respected. They can't agree, and the tension grows. As all sides brace for more fallout, one thing becomes clear. This child's birth will not be a celebration. It will be a reckoning. The final act of this week ends not with a wedding, a kiss, or a grand gesture of forgiveness. It ends in a sterile conference room, under fluorescent lights, where Luna is asked to submit to yet another test, this time to confirm if the mystery cousin is the father. The test is submitted, the wait begins, and every family waits with her. This is the bold and the beautiful. And when DNA lies, hearts don't break gently, they shatter.